Today I am going to show you how to crochet these super easy, fun lanyards. They go around your neck, and we're going to put on a little lobster claw hook on the very bottom. They make some really cute, fun gifts for students or people that you know that might need to use a lanyard. You don't need very much yarn. You can use any yarn that you're comfortable using. I'm going to be using a 4mm crochet hook. You'll also need one of these kind of lobster claws, although you can just use one of the key rings to attach to your crocheted lanyard, and then attach something like this at the end instead of going right into that ring from this. This is just a 2-row pattern. We're going to create a long piece of fabric, join those together with that lobster claw, and then we're done. To start, we're going to put a slip knot on our hook, and you want to chain a multiple of 6 plus 1 and then 1 beginning chain for your turning chain. So for me, I am going to chain 144, which is my multiple of 6, plus 1 plus my turning chain. So a total of 146 chains for my foundation chain. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 146. Alright, so I have chained 144 chains, so I have a big long chain. That is my multiple of 6. Hold it at this point around your neck, see where those two ends fall, and if you want to add some more length, add plus 6, plus 6, plus 6, until you get that length that you like. I'm going to add 1, and now we need 1 more for our turning chain. So my total chain length is 146 chains. We are now going to work a single crochet all the way down our foundation chain. So right back into that first chain, work a single crochet into the next chain, single crochet into the next, single crochet into the next, all the way down your foundation chain. I'm going to keep going, and I will meet you right back here in just a second. I am just finishing up my last few single crochets, and if I did not mention it before, the yarn that I am using for this project is just a 4-weight acrylic yarn. This was just some that I had in my stash. I believe it is a Lion brand yarn, but I'm not sure. I don't have the label anymore. For row number 2, we are going to be working V-stitches and shells all the way back down the length of our lanyard. We're going to start with a chain 3. So go ahead, chain 3, turn your work. We're going to work a double crochet in that very same stitch that we just chained out of. So 1 double crochet in that same stitch. We're going to skip 2. So you can probably hear my dog snoring in the background. She's right here on the couch. Skip 2 chains, and in the very next we're going to be working a V-stitch. So we're going to work a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet in the very same stitch, and that is a V-stitch. Skip 2 stitches, and in the next we're going to create a shell. For this pattern, a shell is 3 double crochets in the same stitch. So you always want to skip 2 in between your shells and V-stitches. So into the next, I'm going to work a shell, which is 3 double crochets in that next stitch. Skip 2, and into the next a V-stitch, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the same, skip 2 stitches, and into the next work a shell. So you're just alternating the V-stitch and the shell along those single crochets. And a shell is always 3 double crochets in the same, and a V-stitch is always a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the same. So you kind of get a nice pattern going. It's not too wavy, but it's just kind of a nice little edging that it gives that. You've got a straight edge, and then you've got this nice little edging on the other side. So keep working that pattern. You're going to start with V-stitch, skip 2, shell, skip 2, V-stitch, skip 2, shell, skip 2. I'm going to work a V-stitch, and just continue that pattern all the way down, and I will show you how to finish row 2, add on our little lobster claw, join these 2 ends together, fasten off, weave in our ends, and we've got a lanyard. At the end you should have 3 stitches remaining. I've ended with the last V-stitch. I'm going to skip 2, and in that very last or first chain right here on the end, I'm going to work a double crochet, I'm going to chain 3, and I'm going to slip stitch right back in that first or last stitch. So that chain 3 counts as a double crochet, but we want to be down here. We don't want to finish up top here. Now we can grab our lobster claw. So grab the other end of your lanyard, and you can kind of hold them up together like this. You should have your lanyard just like this. So I'm going to put that lanyard around my hook, pick up the other end of my lanyard, and just find a stitch that kind of evenly matches up, and we're going to go right in. Let's get our tail out of the way and just pull through everything. It can be a little bit tricky to kind of work through like that. Chain 1, go through another stitch on your front piece of your lanyard. Make sure you're going through the lobster claw as well. So you kind of got to fiddle with this a little bit and then go through the stitch on the back side. Like I said, it's kind of fiddly, but you do want to get through everything, including that lobster claw, as you're working through this. Pull through one more time, and on the very end I'm just going to work through a stitch on the end, and I'm going to work sort of a single crochet, chain 1, pull up my loop, cut the yarn, fasten off. You've got these 2 ends here, you can weave those in. You've got your lobster claw hanging down like that. And once I weave my ends in, we'll be able to see it a little better. So I'm going to go ahead, weave in my ends, and I'll be right back. Some really cool, super easy, unique lanyards to make for anybody that may use or need a lanyard. Students, friends, co-workers, super easy and a really unique kind of gift to give or to make. Great for craft fairs because they work up so quickly. You can use your stash yarn, and the only tricky part is putting those little lobster claws sandwiched in between the 2 ends of the lanyard. But once you get that down, this is a really fun, quick, easy project. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Until next time, happy crocheting. Bye.